to the party, everybody. It's late, and let's see what else we have. It's late, and I have something cool to share with you. Excuse me, I am attempting to load the stream on my phone to see what it looks like and sounds like because there's a good chance of a huge lag going on, and it wouldn't actually be a lag from the internet. It would actually be a lag from and I'm a little worried I'm gonna have to keep the broadcast. Give me a second here. Um, yeah. So it's basically I've been through a few different operating systems over the last few days, and without going all the way back to Catalina, my computer's useless. So I'm yeah, I wanted to share this. This is really cool. I had a great experience with something, and yeah, there's a yeah. So far, I think I'm catching most of this on the live because I'm listening to it here. Uh, but on my computer screen, I literally have it's glitching, and then let's see here what else. And then yeah, I've got like 10.8 gigabytes of RAM that would allow the computer to be loading and running and processing different things, and all I have open is Chrome. So anyways, I'm gonna run with this and see if it works, because I still gotta put this out into the universe. It was great. So have you ever been in a situation where let me just double check something here. Have you ever been in a situation where let's see here. Oh, I'm frustrated. I'm not actually I'm actually really pissed. Like I think Apple is has gone too far this time. So anyway, what I got on here to post, and I actually been waiting like 20 minutes to get on to do this. I've had to restart my computer multiple times. So the post should be tagged she looked at me from head to toe with this strong inner knowing, like you could see it in her eyes. And so that's the whole discussion point of what I wanted to introduce in this video. And one of the big things that I wanted to just start with is like nothing fascinates me more and like gets my passion going and creates excitement within me than human behavior and business. And there's facets of human behavior and different facets of business, and I think if I was going to add one big truly like what I understand about technology, even at the very very low level, is very exciting, and how humans apply technology to their life and their business is huge, and human behavior plays a huge role in that as well. So anyways, back to this. So the first thing I want to ask you is, do you believe in the human energy field? So this is a huge area of interest for me, and I want to understand if this is something that you're either conscious and aware of and you believe in it, or you've thought about it, or now that I'm bringing it to your attention, if this is the first you've heard of it in a while. What do you think about it? Do you believe in it? And just to kind of give you a little snippet of what the human energy field is more of like or the concepts around it. I don't have enough data by any means to start teaching the topic of the human energy field. It's been said to believe, things like chakras and different parts of our body emit different kinds of energies, and I could be even wrong on how I'm describing that, but I'm okay with that. There's also a lot of you know supporting evidence around like acupuncture and acupuncture points because of the way the human body processes different things and the energy that moves through the body. And with all that, the human energy field is literally like obviously the energy that's flowing through our body, and then the energy that's coming like into our space, and then the energy that we are emitting out into the universe. So that is kind of the basics of the human energy field. I totally recommend you learning more about it, digging into a nice rabbit hole and finding some good healthy information around it, because there's a lot of value, and you can really just like watch the Animal Planet to really see that that the human energy field and the animal energy field is very similar. There's some synonymous overlap where that's really cool stuff. So back to it, all very aligned with everything I'm saying. So she looked at me from head to toe with this inner knowing, and all I could think about was like why though? Like why? So the big thing I want to preface is have you ever clearly observed with somebody uh like look at you with a head to toe observation from head to toe, and it wasn't sexually motivated? Because this is the one thing that I want to preface this with, because this is going to be really funny when I explain to you why I'm bringing this up and framing it this way. Is It's really simple. I am at Whole Foods, and I am having a little snack outside, and, and then these two women walk up with their babies, and one of them's holding them, and then I think it was boy or girl, maybe they're both girls. I'm just excited, and I'm gonna say so. So basically, I think they were holding them, and then they set them down when they got onto the sidewalk right before they went into Whole Foods. But these kids literally like locked on to me and were just staring at me with this kind of like half smirk, and it was like this little grin of curiosity and excitement. And I thought that was like really freaking cool, because I personally believe that um it's not what people think about you in terms of like what they think about you and see that matters. I actually think like how kids see you, or kids see me rather, and how my dog and other dogs see me, and like the few experiences I've had around horses. I think that that's a bigger level of importance, because the babies, the dogs, and the horses, they see things in the human field that humans are conditioned out of seeing. And so this is really important, because the overall experience here is these kids are walking away, but they're still like locked on to me, and they're clearly not like, I wasn't wearing my ClickFunnels shirt. This was something I had in my bag after I worked out and I needed to throw something on. But they're clearly not looking at me as a physical body wearing clothing with the same visualizations that adults are conditioned to seeing the world through. They're seeing the world through their own lens. They're seeing the world through energy. They're seeing the world through all sorts of cool things. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't know how much of this is laggy. I'm super excited to share this. I'm gonna probably redo it tomorrow. But basically, what really got me though wasn't the experience with those two kids. It was when I was walking through the store and I was gonna go purchase something that I was getting after I got my snack, and this woman and her baby in her cart that was pushing by. I, like, stopped and started talking to her, asked her, how old her baby was, and her baby, like, was so, like, focused on me, which was part of the reason why I'd stopped to interact with her, and her baby literally did this, like, she, leaned forward in the cart. It was the freaking cutest thing in the whole world. She leaned forward in the cart and, like, looked me up and down, and it was adorable. And why I think that's, like, so important is it goes back to what I briefly is dogs, babies, dogs, horses, they see the world differently. And so what was going on in this child's mind? What could this child see with their eyes that we as humans don't necessarily see? And it's just it's one of those things that, like, human behavior is so fascinating, and I definitely believe at all ages human behavior is fascinating. Very specifically, though, before a child is old enough to be conditioned into believing and seeing the world their um like their caregivers, like their parents, like their teachers. It's so freaking crazy what kids will be drawn to. And I truly believe it's energy. I think that that's where we can really stand to learn a lot about life is understanding energy. I personally wanted to give you a couple of, snippets of some ideas of how to consider um energy field in your life and applying it to business and different things. Number one, when you're not in a good mood, people can feel it. So we know that the human energy field is real. um and if you don't believe me, then walk into a room after something, a big fiasco just took place. You'll be able to feel the energy kind of still lingering there. But anyway, so big thing is if you are in any sort of leadership or management role, how you choose to use your voice tones and when you're speaking and how you're interacting with people will always be related to the energy that they're feeling and experiencing. So if you have to say something that's a little bit on the harsh side, the last thing you want to do is have a harsh voice tone because that is going to make the feeling of what you're saying that's not necessarily positive, and I'm just doing that intentionally with my voice, it's gonna make that feeling different. So if you have to say something that's a little bit challenging, if somebody's getting written up and, like, hey, the real thought on your mind is, "Listen, I told you about this 4 times." So, like, the first 4 times were 4 verbal warnings. I should have just wrote you up after the second time and the first verbal warning. So today on your 4th or 5th, run in with this, I'm giving you a write up and you know it was coming. The real simple way you could roll with that is you've had several opportunities over the past few weeks to correct this behavior. I've made it many, I've made many attempts to give you feedback on this. And today, you've continuously shown that approach isn't working. And I'm just using, voice tone. It doesn't matter what you say at this point. You could basically say, like at this point, you're written up and I have a basic document for your file that I do need you to read and sign that you are in receipt of it. You don't have to sign it that you agree with it. That's not what it is about. I just need you to sign it that you're in agreement that you received it. And then I'm going to give you a copy. Okay. Like just that shift in voice tone is going to make a tremendous difference. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. I am confident I'm going to be redoing this tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to just downgrade my Mac back to Catalina, which is what I had going for the other couple of days. But things weren't loading up because they weren't compatible with Catalina anymore. So anyway, that's one of my own problems I got to figure out. But have a great night, everybody. I am wishing you well. Thanks much for tuning in. If you caught any of this, appreciate your time.